Hey everybody, it's Thursday morning, just got the lights turned on, and I'm really excited about the new fish I've got in this tank, so I wanted to check and make sure everybody was doing okay. So far, I've been able to spot the Farlowella. These are generally kind of reclusive fish. I've had them in the past, and sometimes I've had them for long periods of time without even knowing they were in the tank. This is a pretty big one though, so I'm hoping it's sheer size will make it difficult for it to hide thoroughly. I want it to feel secure, but I also don't want it to vanish into the tank somewhere, and considering the lights have only been on for a couple minutes and I've already seen this one come out from hiding and make its way to where it is now, that gives me hope. My only concern is, are we going to be able to keep it alive for any length of time? Because I've had issues with these fish in the past. I'm not going to get into it now, but I am doing stuff a little bit different with my water chemistry. I'm hoping that that will enable these fish to survive long term in my tank, because they're really, really cool catfish. I really like them. The other fish I got are Chocolate Gourami, and I've been able to spot this one here in the corner. It's a little difficult to see. I can't really get my phone over here into the corner very well. So I've spotted that one, and I have yet to see the other. There's two of them in this tank, and oh, there we go. Look at that. They're so cool. So these are my big concern. These are kind of what I think of as specialty fish. They're not a fish you can just slap in any old tank. They have kind of unusual water requirements. They need very soft and slightly acidic or even very acidic water, but it has to be at least slightly acidic. It's got to be about 6.5 or lower. So we'll see how they do in the long run. My pH usually sits around 6.8 in this tank, so I'm hoping that's low enough. And I've got very low mineralization in this tank as well, which is something else they need. So I'm hoping that will be something that helps them survive. My only other concern is I have had a viewer tell me that these fish rarely, if ever, will eat flake food. You almost always have to feed them either live or frozen food. So I didn't check yesterday when I fed the tank for the first time with them in here whether or not they ate any of the flake food. I did notice their activity. I saw them sort of swimming around with the other fish while the feeding was going on, so I assumed they were feeding, but I don't know for sure. They might have just been inspecting to see what the stuff was, realizing it wasn't live food, and then ignoring it for all I know. So I will pay attention today when I feed to make sure they are really, eating their food and they're not just checking it out and then swimming away from it. So they're back up into those leaves again. I can't really see too much of them anymore. That was just kind of a first morning look to make sure everybody was okay. So you all got to see the tank pretty much when I woke it up the same way I did. So thanks for watching. Make sure you're subscribed. That way you won't miss anything else I got coming up. I'm really looking forward to following the progress of these little fish. And of course that Farlowella too. So if you're subscribed, you won't miss any of that. So don't forget, this one here is my 55-gallon Gourami tank. Thanks for watching. I'll see you real soon in the next one.